Everyone, welcome to first time now. I'm going to start with geography in this my YouTube channel. So welcome to the first geography video. Today we will be learning about Earth's shape and size. So now today we know in this world we know that Earth is not something that's flat. Okay, we although we see and we think that Earth is flat, but we know that earth is not flat, it is something that is round. Okay, now we are telling this because we have learnt about this. Okay, and we know about this because we have seen the pictures. Now technology is so advanced that pictures of earth are there with us, so these proofs are something to which we know. Okay, and we have been learning this theory that earth is not flat, it's something round. We are learning this since our childhood. Okay, so therefore we think, "Yeah, of course, Ari, what is this? This is just like common sense. You don't know that earth is not flat? That is, you will be saying that this is just like a joke." But that time, this was not a joke, this was the practical thing. Okay, that time, not practical as such, this was seen to be real, and a joke was that earth was round. That was something that was a joke. So now we know, but that time people did not know, they were not much educated and they did not know much about this. Okay, so the people who were just actually really proved that earth is there, there were some people who thought logically and they just proved that earth is not flat, it is something spherical. So now let us see why they told all this. What was the proof that time? The first proof that for the earth is not being flat. Let us see the places in east see the rising sun first, and then others. Okay, now this picture has, by mistake, this picture has come over here. The picture for this point is in next slide. Just ignore all the, wait, I'll just, okay, just ignore all this. Okay, ignore all this text and just remember that text, the previous one, and refer it to the picture. Okay, if the earth was flat, the sun is somewhere near up or in front. Okay, now if the sun rays is coming on earth, flat earth, the earth can't be like this. If the people that time, if they used to think earth is not flat, of course then they can't just think earth is something like this in 90-degree angle, and the this sun rays is coming like this. They also thought that earth is like this, so sun was somewhere over here on top. So if the earth was flat and the sun was somewhere top, then directly the sun rays would go in all parts of the earth. So when, if the sun rose, the sun rays would go in all parts. So the sun rays would go in all parts, everyone could see the sun at one time only. So if that was, and earth is spherical, okay, we all know. So the places, we all know that earth rotates from east to west. So therefore the sun when rises means, actually when the earth faces the sun first, the places in east which are there, they see the sun, rising sun first, and then the other people. Okay, next is that when the ship comes towards the land, we see the tip first and then the rest of the ship, and when it goes to the horizon, we see the complete ship, and then it becomes smaller in shape. So here I would tell to ignore all this text and just concentrate on this picture. Okay, so now when the ship, when, if you see that ship is, when the ship is coming towards you, you first see the tip of the ship, the first tip of the ship. Okay, then you slowly see the mast. Okay, and then you slowly see the entire ship. And when the ship is too long from us, you can't at all see the ship. Why does that happen? Because there is a curvature in earth, as you can see in the diagram. Okay, there is a curvature in earth somewhat like this. If the ship is here, that means if you are standing over here and if you are seeing, the ship is not at all visible at this position when it is too long from you. Okay, because it's below the horizon, and when it comes nearer, you can see the tip first. tip of the ship you see first. Okay, you see the tip of the you see the tip of its ship first. Okay, wait a minute, children. I'll again erase it. Okay, okay, so I'll again just erase all this. Yeah. So we saw that when the it is too long and from the horizon you can't see that time, that means that you are okay. So that time it means that you people are the earth is below the horizon. That then you first see the tip when it comes closer. Then you can see the entire mast. Okay, and at last you can see the whole ship. Okay, that is because the earth has a curved shape. Now let's go to the next point. The we know that we just saw the proofs that why is earth not flat. Now why is earth sphere? Now if it is not flat, then it can be some other shape also. Yeah, it can be some other shape. It can be randomly some shape, or it can be some it can be like some square or rectangle. Of course not square and rectangle, some other shape it can be. Okay, so why is it spherical only? To learn that there were again given some other proofs. Now during lunar eclipse, we all know when eclipse happens, when lunar eclipse actually happens, the shadow of the sun is here, the earth is here, and the moon is somewhere over here. Okay, the sun's light falls on the earth, earth's shadow which is there, it falls on the moon. Okay, so the moon is covered with shadow. So when the shadow of earth falls on moon, why do we always see a circular or a curved shadow only? That is the reason, because the earth is actually curved or spherical. That is the only reason why the shadow of earth also looks spherical. Now when we see the pole star, okay, if you are at the north pole, we all know some what is pole star. Pole star is a star that is always situated at the north pole. Okay, and where from you just see from anywhere, it will always be in the north pole only. Okay, now if you see not north pole or north only, if you see it from the north pole, it is always in the angle of 90 degree. Why? Because it's just above it, so you just directly look up and it's there. Okay, if you go southward, the pole star, the angle from which you see it decreases. Okay, now if say you are with the diagram, I'll be trying to show it. Say if you are here, okay, and the pole star is here, you directly see it at an angle of 90 degree. Okay, but if you go over here, the angle would be like this because the pole star is there. So you have to just decrease the angle and look that way to see the pole star, although pole star is at the north only. So in that way it decreases down. As we go down, it decreases, the angle decreases as you go down. However, the angle goes to zero at the equator. Once you reach the equator, the angle is zero. You can't see the pole star. Equator and below equator, you can't see the pole star. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Now this is something like a logic. Okay, now if sun, moon, the other all the planets which are there, they are spherical. Okay, so that would be like a little bit logical to say that earth may also be spherical. All the heavenly bodies which are there, the planets and the sun and the moon and these natural satellites, almost all of them are spherical. So it can be logical to say that the earth also may be spherical due to some reasons. The Bedford level experiment. Okay, this experiment was something that actually showed the curvature of earth. Let us see ahead what actually happened. Now Bedford level experiment was conducted in the Bedford Canal. What happened was that three poles of equal height, that was something about 10 meters ka height was there, and each pole was fixed at the distance of 5 kilometers. Okay, so distance between each pole is 5 kilometers. Okay, 5 kilometers was the distance between each pole. Okay, so what further happened was when you saw it, they just seem to be equal, okay. But when you saw from here, when you saw from a telescope, you saw that the middle pole which was there seemed to be a little bit up, okay, while the other two poles were a little bit down. Why that happened? Because of the curvature of earth. Earth was curved, and the part up, the since the little part which was curved in the upward side, the pole which was there, it was a little bit up from the lower one, okay. That is like logic. If the earth was flat, this completely flat, then all the poles would have been seen on the same height. That did not happen because the earth was circular. Okay, now the technology has advanced a lot, okay. So the photographs are directly taken from the satellites, and then therefore we just under it is just what we can say, it's as clear as a white spot on a black stone, okay. It's as clear as that the earth is spherical. Now, let's look at the shape of the earth. We saw that shape of the earth is spherical, but it is not a sphere. It's an oblate spheroid. What is this oblate spheroid? Oblate spheroid is a spheroid shape where the sphere which is there is flattened at the poles and bulging at the equators, okay, as we can see here. Why does this actually happen, this oblate spheroid? That is because of the rotation of earth. The earth is rotating for so many years, it is just rotating, and since it is rotating, the centrifugal force which is there is acting, and that pushes out the earth's surface, due to which it just comes out and it just becomes like a little bit bulging at the poles and flattened at the equator, okay. This why now how do we understand that this is something like the shape is something like this? We directly understand that this is proof from the diameter which is there of the earth, okay. That is greater than the diameter actually proves that equatorial diameter is greater than the polar diameter. So we directly understand that since these diameters are not same, it is not spherical, but it is oblate spheroid. Size of earth. The earth is the largest inner planets. Now this categories we will be learning afterwards, not needed now. The earth's circumference was first calculated by Eratosthenes based on the direct observation of sun rays. His calculations were like 43,000 kilometers, which is almost similar to the model calculations. Let's look at these model calculations now. Now, according to the modern calculations, the equatorial diameter is somewhat about 12,756 kilometers, whereas the polar diameter is 12,714 kilometers. So there is like some difference of 42 kilometers between equatorial diameter and polar diameter. So that from that we understand that at the equator the earth has increased by 42 kilometers, whereas it's bulging at the poles, okay, bulging at the equators and flattened at the poles, bulging by 42 kilometers. The circumference, the equatorial circumference is somewhat about 40,077 kilometers, whereas the polar circumference is 40,009 kilometers. So with this, I hope you all must have understood about the shape and size of the earth. Thank you.